Sabrina Carpenter. Also, how to take a perfect pic of your perfect pooch. As we wrap up Live's It's Rough Week. All next on Live. Now, here are Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest.
Sabrina Carpenter. Thumbs. That's Sabrina Carpenter, 102.7 KISS FM, playing the hits. iHeartRadio
It's
around
my
the
favorite.
world.
It never gets tired.
Well, my mother's sick of it.
Really?
Yeah.
When your mom calls, do you use your Radio Ryan voice? Because when you call me, you use Radio Ryan.
Well, when my mother calls, they say, "Hi, I'm not available to take your call right now. Please leave a message after the tone." And she starts talking, and it's really me live, not a recording.
That's very funny. Joaquin does the opposite. His voicemail is like, "Hello?" And I'm like, "Hey, listen."
Oh,
and then he goes, "Hello? I can't hear you." "What? Just kidding. Leave a message." And I'm like, "That's not funny. That's not funny at all."
And you fall for it every time.
Every single time, because every time it sounds like he's answered the phone.
Speaking of Joaquin and Connie Seacrest, they're both going to be here.
That's right.
They're going to be here next week, right? It's Family Feast Week for Thanksgiving. Everyone's coming. But I'm excited about it. You know, we're gonna talk about some of the staple things that are on the Thanksgiving table, like the green bean casserole, which my mother apparently invented.
That's right.
Look, it's a free trip for Mom to come to New York, so she's excited.
Joaquin is going to join us also on Monday. He's going to teach us how to make something.
Oh,
We don't know what it means. We're not sure what... we think it's a pork recipe. He likes pork. He likes a protein dish. Something other than turkey, he finds turkey boring. So he's going to teach us how to make something.
And then you've got, Gelman, you're going to have Misha here?
Yeah, Misha
What's
is
Misha
a baker.
making?
Yeah, I
Misha
think
the baker.
Cookies. I think a Thanksgiving twist on ginger snaps.
And
yeah.
Oh, boy, if I know what that means, a Thanksgiving twist means Gelman's going to hide some sort of protein powder and flaxseed in there.
Her recipe.
Oh, if Misha only knew what was going into those ginger snaps.
So
She's got
magnesium.
a taste for that. She can't do it.
And then we get a real nationwide treat.
Yeah.
Joe Ripa will be here on Thursday.
My dad.
Yes.
I haven't seen... Now, Joe has not made an appearance on this show since we were chaise lounging it in the Bahamas, right?
That's correct. My dad really only comes on our show when we go on remote. So he only comes on our show when we are, say, in the Bahamas, or Hawaii, or Puerto Rico, or someplace with palm trees and sun.
Where does he think we're going to be on Thursday?
He thinks, I told him that we're going to be in Puerto Rico. We're just going to drop, don't tell him.
We're stopping here on the way.
He has no idea. He thinks that we're just doing a quick thing in the studio before we travel. So keep it between us.
Yeah. And then on Friday, my very pregnant sister, Meredith Seacrest, is going to be here making Hank Paw's sweet potato pie.
Yeah, Hank Paw.
Hank Paw. Yes, my grandfather, he's from Alabama. He's no longer with us, but he was a general in the Army. And so my summer trip every summer was always to a different Army base around the country.
Amazing.
Right, so in Massachusetts or St. Louis we went. And so he had this great sweet potato pie recipe that my sister is practicing now to deliver on Friday. When I say deliver, she's about to deliver anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So it's very
Hopefully
exciting.
she doesn't deliver too much.
But they say to prepare for all the people coming over, all the family coming over and friends by self-cleaning your oven, sharpening your knives. These are the tips. Testing your oven temperature. So prepare your place. Clean out the fridge and freezer to make space. Wipe down the serving platter that you only use for Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's dirty. Clean it off before you put the turkey on there.
Yeah, it's always surprising when you have to remind everybody. We had an oven issue one year where I did my famous, and by famous I mean infamous, I brined a turkey with that Martha Stewart no fail turkey brine, greatest moistest turkey, blah blah blah, only works if you're Martha Stewart. Anyway, I brined the turkey for 24 hours. I put it in. I did everything by the book to find out that half of the oven wasn't firing.
Right.
So guess what?
Tragic.
I go to the like companies arriving and I'm at the midway point where, you know, it's cocktail hour and half of the turkey is raw. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, take this home. There's 5 tips you should try
Thanks.
before company arrives. Testing the oven's one of them.
Well, guess what? I've never made that mistake again.
No.
I never made that mistake again because I hired a caterer after that. That's right. Hey, did you hear about this? California twin sisters gave birth to daughters on the same day. That's such a twin thing to do, isn't it? You know they use their twin...
Is there science to that? Like, is that?
I don't know if there's science, but I believe the twins have special
powers.
You know, special, because I'm a third twin. My girlfriend Liza Persky and her sister Jamie are twins. I consider myself the third twin, but I don't like being the third twin because they cut me out of their telepathy that they have with each other. They have a whole, you know, like you and I have telepathy.
Right.
They have real telepathy. Like they can feel each other's discomfort from far away.
And to answer your question, yes, I am.
I know. I was just checking. Anyway, so they found out that they were both pregnant. One found out first. Then the other sister said she might be pregnant too. They did everything together growing up. And apparently, beyond growing up, they did everything together. And then they gave birth at the same time. Because, you know, one twin probably went into labor, using that twin power, sparking the other twins. It's like dominoes, you know what I mean?
They just keep, but it's great because then everything will happen simultaneously forever for the rest of their lives, right? You're sort of on a parallel track. Like I have friends that, I have a friend and another friend who shall remain nameless, guys, men, who decided with their wives, hey, let's go on a weekend, stay separately, and try and all, you know, do what you do to have kids, so that we're on a parallel track.
Tell us, Ryan, what do you do to have kids?
Do you have your Sharpie?
Picture? Yeah, sure.
Are there crayons?
Yeah, here you go. Okay.
No wonder you don't have kids. How that works. Adorable. Nice try, Ryan. Hey, also in other alpaca news. Yeah, that's right. I said alpaca news. Hey, this is fascinating.
You make me laugh when I don't know.
I do love this lady. She will laugh at anything.
Can we keep you all season?
Yeah. So, I don't know about the, you know, in cabs and Ubers here in New York City, I don't know if they'd be down for this, but in Peru, Peruvian taxi cabs are fine with alpacas getting in. And this alpaca was filmed on camera getting into a taxi.
Oh, my God.
The animal also waited for its owner to get in before climbing into the back seat of the vehicle. There's no confirmation on whether or not that was an emotional support alpaca. But the airlines have asked me to remind you all to check with them before you try to board a plane with your alpaca, as some of them are very specific.
Clearly, the owner of this alpaca saw our segment on Petticoat, because if you notice, the alpaca entered first.
Yeah. Here's what's interesting, though. I'm going to tell you something that I find interesting. Gelman and I were talking about this backstage, and Gelman goes, well, you know, alpacas are very unpredictable. And I look at him and I go, how would you know that? And he goes, well, llamas.
And that was it?
That was the whole conversation. And out he goes. And I go, this moment of useless information brought to you by Gelman.
Yeah, they can be ornery. They can be kind of ornery.
Llamas.
Ornery?
Yeah.
And you know that. And you know that llamas.
We've had them.
We've had them on the show.
Oh yes, we had many years of.
Yeah, but a lot of.
experience.
I mean, we've had celebrities on this show that are ornery, and we
I don't
don't
get in
judge
cabs
all
with them
people
either.
by that. We don't go, you know, people are ornery. Remember that guest we had?
Don't let him in the cab.
You know, llama.
I don't know. They could go crazy.
That's like a weird answer. answer, right?
Right, and then-
I go,
and then-
oh, alpacas are, how do you know alpacas are unpredictable? Llamas.
Be kind of mean sometimes.
Yeah. I do like that scene from Napoleon Dynamite where Tina, Tina, the llama's out back, and he's got to feed the llama ham. And he's like, Tina, come get some ham. And Tina's irritated.
You were up late last night watching cable? Couldn't sleep again last night?
I'm the only person I know that quotes Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, that USA Network. All right. Today on the show, Benedict Cumberbatch is here.
And from the series Manifest, Josh Dallas is also here.
A performance by Sabrina Carpenter, too.
Yes.
And there's more.
And we're going to teach you how to take the perfect picture of your canine companion when it's a rough week wraps up.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's the final day of rough week.
Yes, it is.
A lot of people have Instagram famous dogs now.
You know. Llama. It's time for fantastic travel trivia. There she is. That is Shannon Sullivan from New Milford, Connecticut. Good to see you. And on the phone right now, we have Sasha Coates from Cody, Wyoming. Is that right? Yeah. Watches us on KULR8. Sasha, good morning.
Good morning.
Sasha, are you a model? You look like a model.
No.
Are you drinking poison?
I'm drinking coffee, but that's what I tell my kids it is.
Oh, because it says poison on the mug.
Yeah,
right.
that's what I like to tell the kids.
Your kids must be terrified of you.
Terrified.
Well, we've got two statements that you have given us. One is fact, one is fiction. We don't know which is true or false. We're going to guess or try to guess which is fact. If you stump us, you get the Live with Kelly and Ryan mug, okay?
Okay.
First one is, I don't eat bread crust.
I don't know why we're staring at the picture thinking that's going to show us something. Like, as if a sandwich might pop out of her photo.
Or, I don't eat green M&Ms.
Well,
I...
why wouldn't you eat green M&Ms? They're the most delicious ones.
They taste different.
I don't even think you eat M&Ms at all. Do you?
No, I do eat M&Ms. Yeah, I love M&Ms.
But what, do you cut the crust off of all of your breads?
Actually, yeah, I don't like French bread because it has really hard crust, but my favorite sandwiches, Uncrustables.
Favorite sandwiches are flexible?
The Uncrustables?
It sounds like flexible to me. This is, this is
a real
very difficult
toss-up.
because they're kind of in the
I'm
same phylum here.
What do you guys think?
Kel, what do you
I'm going to say, for some reason, she doesn't eat green M&Ms, which sounds absolutely nuts to me.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But all right, we're aligned. You do not eat green M&Ms?
You're right.
But why? Why?
They taste different.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't.
No, I couldn't tell you if they taste different because I've never eaten one.
No, but we're telling you they
I'm
don't
telling
taste
you, they
different.
taste just like all the
I
others.
know. I don't like the Christmas M&Ms because I only get half the bag.
Well, what about the peanut M&Ms?
No, well, not the green ones.
Listen, thank you for watching us, though, every day. We appreciate it. We're going to spin the wheel and see what you've got. They taste... They're all the same. It's just the coloring of the shell. Taste it's not like they're flavored.
Yeah, it's not. The shell's not flavored.
You sparked a huge debate here. All right, what do we have?
Whereas the Skittles do taste.
Skittles have different flavors.
have a different flavor.
Right. And so do the Jolly Ranchers. But anyway.
Hey, the Club Barbados, 7 days and 6 nights in an oceanfront room. It's all inclusive, yeah? This trip is provided in part by Priceline. It's a prize valued at $8,300. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
Okay, here we go. Earlier this week, we talked with Candy Burris. What language did Candy say her son is learning? We were impressed.
Mandarin.
That's it. You win.
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Club Barbados Resort and Spa. The Club Barbados Resort and Spa offers an idyllic waterfront setting with sweeping views of the turquoise Caribbean Sea on the island's famous west coast. Guests can be as active or as relaxed as they please, with all-inclusive offerings such as water sports, tennis, a fitness center, freshwater swimming pools, 3 bars, gourmet dining, and more. Your prize is valued at approximately $8,300.
That looks magical. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Don't be careful of that mini bar, though. There's lots of green M&Ms hidden in there.
I will.
All right. Sasha, listen, now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a $500 gift card from World Market. So please pick a number between 1 and 196.
72.
In the back. Hello. I know. Congratulations. Sasha, thank you for watching. You take care. All right, we'll be right back with Benedict Cumberbatch. Stay with us.
Still ahead on Live, performance by Sabrina Carpenter. We wrap up It's a Rough Week with tips for taking the perfect photo of your dog. From Manifest, Josh Dallas. And coming up next, Benedict Cumberbatch.
There's Creed 2, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, and Kurt Russell will also be here.
Plus, we begin Thanksgiving Feast Family Edition with the recipe from Kelly and Joaquin Consuelos.
That's right.
Keeny.
The third-born child. That's right. Lola's already started trolling him, which is fun. It's fun. It's fun in our house. A lot of fun. All right, from solving crimes as Sherlock Holmes to using superpowers as Doctor Strange, our first guest is one of the most talented actors in the business. Please welcome back to the show, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Lovely. How are you, man? Nice to see you again. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow, what a lovely introduction.
Look at your big bushy mustache.
Hello.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it looks like my eyebrows had a sort of love child. Strange.
Is it for a role? Can I ask that?
It is certainly for a role.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a short shoot, so it's not lasting long.
So you don't like it?
It's going to be a short shoot. Yeah. Yeah. I find it gets in the way of a lot of things. I'm not a big facial hair fan.
Give us the top 3 things it gets in the way of.
What time do you go out? Yeah. Well, food, hygiene. It's remarkably unhygienic, I think, if you don't take care after a meal to clean.
Right.
Oh, God, I'm going to get myself into trouble with this. And it feels prickly on me, let alone, my poor wife.
Yeah.
So, it's just
Before all of this success in this world, did you have a normal job? Did you do something else?
I did, yeah. Like, most actors starting out, I worked in kitchens as a sous chef. I did some catering jobs as well, just handing out plates and sort of trays of food and drink. And then what else did I do? I worked in a perfumeries for a while.
No kidding.
A place called Penhaligon's in London, yeah.
Do you have a good nose?
Not particularly, no.
Huh.
No. It was just a job that kind of came my way, and I thought, that sounds interesting. It's a beautiful shop, and it was all leading up to Christmas, and I worked for one half of a year to then travel the other half around India, so it paid for an extraordinary...
That had to be a great paying gig. I mean, if you're...
It was cheaper to travel, and in India as well, so I could do it on a budget, but it paid reasonably well. I can't remember what it was. It was under £10 an hour, which, whatever that works out with now, I wouldn't know with inflation.
Did you ever have a backup plan in case you didn't make it as an actor? Because I find so many actors do not have backup plans.
I didn't, no. I didn't. I mean, I went
Yet another one.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, sorry to add to the
It's going to be okay, though.
It's going to be all right. I hope so, yeah. It's going all right so far. But I partly because of my mum and dad being actors, I wanted to fulfill an ambition that they wish they'd had themselves, which is further education. So I did for a while think about, well, what grades, what A-levels, which is the equivalent of what, you know, at high school, what kind of examination should I be going for if I wanted to be a lawyer. So I looked at that for a little while. A criminal barrister sort of interested me, which involves a lot of acting. You've got an audience to convince in the jury. And,
what turned you off?
What turned me off to that was the amount of people, you know, coming back down from far up the road going, turn back now while you still can. This is oversubscribed. It doesn't matter how high a grade you get, you are just, it's the whim of whichever chambers might be taking you on, which is the group in English law that sort of then hired barristers, criminal barristers. It doesn't matter how talented you are, you might not fit their mold for that year.
It's crazy, but it sounds like acting, though. I mean, it truly...
A little. And I thought, well, why give up on my primary dream to sort of potentially fail, however hard I try, and I would have had to try really hard to get to that level of academia and brilliance to be a criminal barrister. So, you know, much to my parents' chagrin to begin with, I stuck with it. And then at university, Dad said, yep, you're better than I ever was or ever will be, which makes me choke up just thinking about it. And and that was all the blessing a child could ever need, a huge thing for a father to say. So.
Well, we're glad you chose this path. We'll talk about his new movie, The Grinch. When we come back, stay with us.
Still ahead on Live, a performance by Sabrina Carpenter and Manifest star Josh Dallas.
Is our enemy. You will want to unwrap it and play with it. But you must not. If you can get past the present, the only obstacle left is the cookie.
Brian just turned to me and said, this makes me so happy. And the Grinch makes us so happy.
Yeah, it should do. It should do. It's an amazing story. I mean, it's not so front and center in our sort of Christmas culture, but a story that's very much based on, you know, A Christmas Carol with Scrooge as that figure where Christmas has the power through a child to transform someone who's miserable and isolated and lonely and a bit mean. It's a very potent message, and it's a brilliant, it should make you feel
What's new in this version of The Grinch?
Well, I think you get to know why he is the way he is. I think you can really enjoy his meanness. A couple of moments where it might scare younger children in when he goes full sort of psycho, I'm going to steal Christmas. That is what he does. And then it's just, I think then it's very much striking on the same box as the original book, this incredible world that Dr. Seuss creates in all of his stories.
Yeah.
And with elements that are relatable to our world, and whether it's, you know, Tyler the Creator doing a fantastic new theme tune and Pharrell doing a...
Tyler the Creator?
Yeah, and Pharrell Williams is our narrator. It's very cool.
I'm really surprised that you're the voice of the Grinch, because it does not sound like you...
You masked it.
I was surprised as well when they offered me the job. But that's one of the things, like, you know, as far as criteria goes, if someone can surprise me with an offer, I'm always going to be interested. So I met them and I was like, why me? Do you think, do I have a grumpy persona? I was like, okay, prepare myself. And they went, no, we just really like your voice. And I went, but my voice isn't the Grinch's voice. And they went, what do you mean? We want you to do it with an English accent. And I went, absolutely not.
Right.
Well, great to see you. Good luck with this. Everybody should go see it. It's Dr. Seuss The Grinch in theaters now.
Hey, coming up next, Josh Dallas from Manifest is here. Stick around.
Monday on Live from the new film Creed 2, Michael B. Jordan and Kurt Russell.
If you're... Welcome back. He played Prince Charming for 6 seasons on Once Upon a Time, and now he stars on the new hit series Manifest. Please welcome the talented and always charming Josh Dallas.
See you again. You look gorgeous.
You do.
Josh
Talis. How are you, brother?
Great. Nice to meet you.
Come on, you're a New Yorker now.
I'm a New Yorker now.
You know what? We need to hang out.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, bring the kids. I mean, bring the whole family.
I'd love to. They're all in L.A. I miss them terribly,
Oh, you're
but
kidding.
they're all in L.A.
They're still in L.A.
Yeah, they're
I
in
thought
LA.
you all moved.
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet.
What's
Not
your
yet.
I moved here a year and a half, 2 years ago. What's your impression of New York being a resident now?
I mean, New York is the greatest city in the world, but the one thing that I'm getting used to that L.A. doesn't have is weather. So, you know, you have to prepare. You have to, like, take a suitcase with you wherever you go with
backpack.
different changes. You have to put on, like, every outfit for every season and just change them
Within the course of one day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have
living out
all
of
4
it.
seasons in one day,
Yeah.
where you guys have one season all year long.
All year long. It
But
keeps it interesting.
But I think there's something to that.
Yeah.
Having lived out of a suitcase and a backpack for my entire life,
Right.
knowing.
But I have to tell you, my backpack is amazing now. Now that I've been here for a long time, everything is in my backpack that was in my bathroom.
That's right.
Like, I look for things, and they're like, you know, Shannon's like, it's in your backpack. It's not in the drawer anymore.
Wait till you see how streamlined your backpack becomes. You're still at the early stage.
And it's crammed. It's
Right.
crammed with everything and things that I don't need yet. So I've got to, I got to streamline.
Yeah. How is Jennifer Goodwin, your beautiful wife, who I adore?
She's the best.
Yeah. I really do. I love you. I love you. I love you as a couple, and I love you individually.
Thank you. She says hello, by the way.
Oh.
Hello. Yeah.
So when, just to give me sort of the history of all of this, you were obviously working together in that photo. When
Yeah.
did you meet and marry in the context of working together?
Well, we met on that show. We met on Once Upon a Time, and, you know, we fell in love. And, you know, 7 years later, we're married and with 2 kids, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
And when you are working together, were you fighting falling in love? Because you figured, like,
No, we didn't fight
You
it.
didn't fight
We
it.
went straight for
Hollywood.
it.
Yeah.
Straight
Well,
for
listen,
it.
Listen, he played Prince Charming,
I mean,
for
wait.
God's sake.
we would have fallen in love.
Oh, my gosh. In 3 seconds, we would have been in love with you, too.
I mean, she's the greatest. I miss working with her every day. You know, I think she was like, look, we've worked together and we lived together 6 years. Give me a break. But, you know, I think we'll work together again. I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is there a role in Manifest, do you think?
For her, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll come out and do it.
Do you,
but-
what do your, I mean, we see you in the wardrobe, the costuming. What do your kids think you do for work, for a living?
I think Oliver thinks, because they've been to sets before, but they usually just come to the trailer. So I think he thinks I work in transportation. I work with trucks. And for a 4-year-old, that's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be so disappointed when he finds out I'm an actor.
Yeah. We're going to break it to him right after this break.
right.
Stay with us. More Josh Dallas. Manifest, the new show. After this, we'll talk about it.
Want to see your favorite live moments of celebrity walkout? Well, just go to our website and check out our daily clip of the day.
You can't win, Rock. Stay down.
Often go downhill from there.
I just finished months of chemo, but I don't want to talk about it.
Cal thinks he's in danger. And he hasn't been wrong yet. And it will cost you less than hiring a guy who doesn't have a 5.5-year gap on his resume.
Welcome to J.P. Williamson, Mr. Stone.
Thank you.
Tell everybody what it's about, because I believe stuff like this probably could happen.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, basically, a flight goes missing 5.5 years ago, presumed gone. There's no trace. Life moves on. All of a sudden, the plane lands again, but no time has passed for the people on the plane. That's where we jump off.
So what happened?
Well, I'm going to miss that flight. You play Ben Stone, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about Ben.
Ben Stone is a passenger on the plane. He is a math professor, a devoted family man, devoted husband, and comes back into a world that looks very different than the one that he left.
Yeah, because his wife moves on, right?
Correct.
And I mean, it's like 5 years. It's kind of a blink of an eye, really.
Right.
I mean, if you're
Right.
thinking about it.
Yeah. So there's a lot to rebuild and a lot to try to figure out.
You're flying back and forth to L.A., seeing your family. Do you think about these things when you're on the, like, are you going through scenarios when you're actually on a plane?
Every time I get on a plane.
Do you share
Every
the
time.
scenarios with other passengers?
No, I don't. But now, when I get on the plane, I was just on a flight the other week, and I got on, I walked into the cabin, and I heard, uh-oh.
Yeah, no, I got to tell you, I wouldn't want to see you on my flight. I mean, like, that whole thing's going to happen, you know. And we've all had flights that have felt like 5 years have passed.
Yes.
I mean, we've all been on a plane where it's so delayed, you think, 5 years of my life, I won't get back. But this one actually does disappear.
It does. It disappears, and that's what we're going to find out. You know, Ben goes on this quest along with his sister Michaela, played by the brilliant Melissa Roxburgh, about trying to figure out this mystery of what happened to them.
Let me ask you this. Do you and Jennifer look at each other when you're reading the script for this show and you say to her, how long would I have to be missing before you'd move on?
Yeah, really.
Right?
How
Like,
long
that
would it take you?
Yeah,
How
that
long
would
would
be
it
a
take you?
big question.
Yeah.
It's always a huge question in our house, like, if I die,
How long would it be?
how long before you're dating?
How long is long enough?
Well, what's the answer?
Well, Mark always believes that it's fine to take a date to the funeral.
Manifest, Monday nights, 10 p.m., NBC, Josh Dallas. Great to see you.
For great deals on travel, just go to Priceline. For up to 40% off flights on top airlines, for up to 60% off hotels in popular destinations, you'll find the best savings on the Priceline app. So download the Priceline mobile app and go. Tuesday on Live from the new film Robin Hood, Jamie Foxx.
This weekend at Target.
She is an award-winning photographer based in Dallas, and today she'll show us how to take the perfect dog photo. Please welcome the author of Your Family in Pictures, Mira Ko. Good to see you.
How are you?
Hi, Mira.
Look at Chase, by the way.
The superstar.
I want you to know that Chase has hit his mark and is ready to be photographed.
Yes, Chase actually has his own Instagram, and this is what's really interesting right now, is that dog owners are posting up to 6 times a week.
You know,
Chase has another booking.
Chase doesn't get out of bed for less than 10,000 likes a day.
Well, let's bring Chase. Come on, Chase. Come on over here.
Chase, come on.
Chase.
Chasey.
Hey, I got a treat. Hey, there's a treat.
Chase, come on, Chase. Chase, come on, look what I have.
There we go. Okay,
Come on,
great.
Chase. Come on, Chase.
We'll bring him right over to the vet.
There we go.
This was what...
Sit. Okay, so dogs are very popular on Instagram now.
Very popular.
Yes.
1 out of 10 dog owners has their own profile for their pups. So let's talk about great ways to take photos of dogs.
Okay, what's the best way to
Chase
what's the best way to get
photogenic, I think. I think Chase
wait, Chase, no, don't go.
Sit.
Stay right there.
Sit.
So I'm gonna
What's the
run.
best way to
One of the things I always have is treats on hand because that'll just like help
Chase,
keep them focused. Another thing is to take your dog to the park or just even in the backyard, play with them, get the energy out so that they want to sit still. He's doing amazing.
He's doing a great job.
Yes, yes. Okay, classic mistake I see people make is they shoot down on their dog. Have you seen this? Anna, can you show us a before photo of what a lot of people do? They just like they stand there, they shoot straight down on their dog. But here's something that will change it all. If you get down and shoot eye level, okay, that just adds so much more. So much more personality. Let's take a picture. Hurry up,
take the photo.
Ryan.
Chase, who wants a treat?
Okay.
Okay, sit. Get it.
Okay, that brings up another tip. Okay, put your camera on burst mode to take several photos a second. Or if you have a smartphone, just hold the thing down and it'll take several at a time.
Okay.
Okay, another thing is background. So this background is super cute, but we really want something to help Chase pop.
To pop,
so,
right. We're going to Chase to pop. Chase, you want to pop?
Let's see a background.
Oh, you want to pop?
I'm in the way.
All right, so here's a background. Oh, here's
Chase.
You know what? Where's
Chase.
the squeaky toy? Kelly, that's a great. But Kelly, you stand over here so you're not in the photo.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, here we go. That's great. So let's take a look at this photo. It's very
Chase,
authentic.
Chase, hey, go show us a treat again.
Get up
No.
All right.
Okay, so
He likes his bed. So see how Chase we lose his color, he blends into this background? We want him to pop more.
Mira, shoot him now. Shoot him now, Mira.
Change the background for us. Okay, there's something else. That's going to be fun.
Chase.
All right,
okay. Yeah. So we have a blue background now that helps them pop that much more. But you know what? It's fall, so let's put up like something with beautiful foliage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Tis the
Right.
season. Hey, Chase, tis the season.
Chase,
Tis
Now
the
he's
season.
gonna pop. Here we go. Chase, so good. Ryan, why don't you look at Chase? Because that brings more attention to him.
Chase.
That's a little bit much.
Chase.
That's getting closer, Ryan. That's awesome. I love that.
That's a great shot. That's amazing.
I love that. See, give Ryan a
Somebody
treat.
bring Ryan a carbohydrate immediately. You're such a good boy.
Everybody gets a treat who does well. So let's talk about this for a second. See how you're looking at the dog? That just adds more attention to the dog. And another thing is to have these squeaky toys on hand. Whoops. Oh, he's like...
Yeah, I don't think he likes the squeaky toy. He likes the treats.
I think
he's a treat liker.
Keys are great also. Sometimes they don't go for the squeaky toy. But here's the thing I see happen all the time, and we see it happening right now.
Yeah.
I'm even making the mistake we don't want to make.
Right.
You don't want to call your dog's name when you're trying to take a photo because they come right to you.
Right.
Like you do with your kids, right?
Oh, Ryan. Oh, Ryan.
Ryan, can you turn it more towards me?
Sit.
That is great. Man, I love that, Ryan. Oh, I don't love that. Give Ryan another treat.
Ryan, here you go, Ryan.
Really good job.
I'll let you take your pick.
Where's that Idris
All right.
elbow towel?
Right.
So listen, after you get a great shot of your dog, we want to be glammed up on social media. We use
dogs like
filters
filters?
for us. Dogs, let's use filters for our dogs. Let's glam them up as well. And so let's see a before photo that's unfiltered. I just took it backstage.
Do the
really
filters
fast.
recognize dogs like they do people? The actual filters?
You know what? They don't. A lot of them are really hard. So you got to like go through them. Snapchat has a couple that will recognize the dog.
So that's
Okay, so
unfiltered.
that's unfiltered,
So that is
not
unfiltered. Now this is a shot where it's filtered, and you can it just like looks more glamorous, right? It
Yes,
makes the
you look
dog
so.
more
You look
fun.
10 years younger.
Yes.
Chase is amazing.
Look at Chase.
Baby, you're a good dog. And Ryan, you're so
Thank
sweet
you.
too.
Thank
Kelly, do
you.
you want to get in there?
I
too?
do.
Let's get one family photo. Chase! Say Chase! To learn more about Miracos Photography, go to kellyandryan.com. Thank you so much. Great to see you, man. We'll be right back with Sabrina Carpenter.
If you'd like to know more about anything you see on live, just log on to our website, kellyandryan.com.